From when I first started playing Celeste, I've always aspired to be better, to beat harder and harder maps. I first started playing Celeste when I saw one of my friends on Farewell saying that it was the hardest map, and I beat it. I then started seeing harder modded maps on YouTube. I saw Parrot's SJ completion, saw the Grandmaster Heartside, and thought, I want to beat that. And I did. But there was one map all along that was at one stage the hardest map in the entirety of Celeste, and that map is the Solar Purgatory. From the first time I saw Zheo's original video on it, I've wanted to beat it. And finally, I did it. So, it's been a while since my last summer vid, and that's actually a bit of an understatement. It's really been 4 months since I beat it. I just took way too long to actually make the video. But here I am, I'm back, and here is the story of how I beat Abaddon, the hardest room in the Solar Purgatory. I gotta stop saying it like that. I make it sound so clickbaity. Anyway, let's get into it. It all started on the fateful day of the 28th of November, 2025. It was my cousin's birthday. It was a great party we had. It was overall a very nice day. I came home, booted up Celeste, and started playing Summer. And it was on that day, like 10 minutes into the session, that I finally beat S squared. Summer the room. So, I was up to Abaddon, and I decided, why not just start it? Like, I might as well. So I spent like a minute on it, and made it up to the first bumper, and that was it for the day. After that, I took a few days off Celeste actually, because I'd been grinding a bit, but I was back on the 1st of December, which was the first day of what I would call the actual grind. I started save stating through the room, and it took me a very long time. It took me over 2 hours to just get to the end through save states and debug and everything. And I knew I was in for quite the experience to beat this room. So I locked in, did more runs, more save stating, and finally, on the 7th of December, I got my first cool run. My first ever Q2 clear, beating the whole second quarter in a single attempt. The next few days, I kept locking in, getting a full Q1 run on the 10th of December, and a full Q4 run on the 11th. I was doing pretty good, nearly had the whole map in 4 segments now, so cool. All I needed for that 4-segment run was 1 clear of Q3, which, at the start of the grind, was definitely the hardest quarter. It required so much precision at the start. The button jumps seemed impossible. The speed chain at the end with the corner boosts looks really cool, but was really hard to get down. And so for the rest of December, I kept trying to beat it, as well as trying to get a few other runs done, but I never did. And then, on the 1st of January, disaster struck. Yeah, my laptop just died. It just ceased to work. I still don't know why, it just decided that it would rather not anymore, so I couldn't play Celeste for 2 weeks. It was a great disaster, a great sadness. Probably the lowest time in my entire life. Okay, I'm overreacting a bit, but yeah, I couldn't play until I got a new laptop, and that happened on the 19th of January. And somehow, just 3 days later, on the 22nd, I got my Q3 run. Break buff is real. You get better if you just take a break. Maybe I should have used that a bit more instead of just grinding day after day. Oh well, I guess we'll never know. Anyway, this hot streak continued with me getting a PB to the very end of Q2 from start, the very next day. And on the same day, I got another run from the start of Q2 to halfway through Q3. I was finally starting to get some consistency on longer segments. And then, on the 29th of January, I got a run from Q3 all the way to Don't Choke, just before the ending of the map. Nearly getting Q3 to end was huge. I nearly have the map in 2 segments now, if you just added like a little bit to each of the runs. Also, during this period, I made a really cool looking Google Sheets page that had every fact about my grind that I would update after every run. And it does look really cool. See? It's beautiful. Peak. Anyway, on to February, the 3rd month of the grind. So the first cool thing I did in February was on the 4th of February, when I decided to stream my Abaddon practice for once. I don't know why, I just decided to. I streamed like maybe 3 times during this whole grind, because I was too bored to do it regularly. But anyway, during this stream, I managed to complete all 4 of the quarters just in one session, which I'd say was pretty cool. It was within a span of 30 minutes, I beat Q1, then Q2, then Q3, then Q4. And that was really cool, so I actually could beat every quarter relatively consistently. And 2 days later, this consistency really showed, as I got a run from halfway through Q2 to halfway through Q4, which is pretty much half the map. I was getting so close to getting the whole map in 2 segments. And then, on the 9th of February, another huge step towards this goal was made, with my first Q3 entry. This was huge. I was kind of nervous, but I felt like I could get pretty far in Q3 on my first try. So let's watch it. See how I went. Nice, yep. Enter Q3. Oh. So yeah, it didn't go that well. My second Q3 entry went a lot better. 4 days later on the 13th, I got this run. Yes. Yes, got that bit. Nice. Nice. Okay. So that was a fair death, but overall, I was happy with that. Over the next few days, Q3 entries became more and more common. On the 16th, I got another 3 Q3 entries, and then on the 18th, I got a new PB. I wonder how far this one got. Okay, made it past that spot where I died in the first one. Going well, expertly maneuvered those climb jumps, going up the conveyor, and yay, new PB. Here's button jumps. I was expecting to die here, but oh, I first tried it. It's massive. What a fluke. Okay, surely I died to the speed chain though, right? Oh, good. Oh, that actually looks good. Oh, I hit it. Wait, did I just fluke all of Q3 from before button jumps? That's so cool. So, my 6th ever Q3 entry made it to Q4. And, wow, it's making it pretty far. I'm still going. And that is now a Don't Choke entry. My first Q4 made it to Don't Choke. And it was a fluke from before the hard parts of Q3. Like, I cannot explain how much of a fluke this is. But, okay. Surely I die early in Don't Choke. Like, I am panicking at this point. Surely I, like, die to the first bumper or something. Okay, that's looking good. Good height levels there. I'm doing the regrabs well. I hit that one, which is a hard one. This is actually looking really good. And that's a really good height to hit that. Wait, is this just it? Did I just beat it? No. I missed a buffer. I literally just missed the hard ultra buffer. 5-frame window, all I had to do was click dash, and I missed it. My positioning was perfect. If I just hit dash, that would have been the end. Probably the biggest Abaddon fluke ever. From less than halfway through Q3. Though in a way, I was kind of happy at this point that I could keep playing, because I was really enjoying the map. That doesn't mean I wouldn't have liked to just beat it there, that would have also been cool, but I guess it was not to be. So as you can probably tell by the timestamp of this video, and the fact that this run happened on the 18th of February, when this video is coming out in April, chances are it took me a while to get back there, and that it did. After that, I started just slamming Q3 entries. I was getting them left, right, and center, getting a few every day. On the 25th, I got another 6, which is a new record. And on the 26th of February, I got 2 more Q4 entries, both of which made it to Don't Choke, and both of which died in Don't Choke. Yay! At this point I was getting a bit annoyed. I thought I was really close, but I was still over a month away from actually getting it. From those 3 Don't Choke entries, in my first 20 times entering Q3, I only ended up entering Don't Choke another 2 more times over the next 80. So, yeah, things slowed down, but I wouldn't give up. The entire month of March was mostly the same. Every day I would hop on for 30 minutes, maybe 40 maximum, do a bit of warm-up trying to beat Q4, maybe a bit of Q3 practice, and then just go for runs from start. I'd get 2 or 3 Q3 runs that would probably die to button jumps, maybe speed chain if I was lucky, maybe only 1 Q3 or none if I was unlucky. And yeah, nothing much happened for quite a while. On the 27th of March, I got my 4th Don't Choke entry, followed immediately by another Q4, which was really cool. But still nothing, and I expected it to take quite a bit longer. It kind of just became part of my schedule that every day I would hop on Summer for a bit. But then finally, on the 30th of March, the fateful day, it finally happened. I got a Q3 entry that died to button jumps. But that's not what you're here for. Because about 5 minutes after that run, this happened. I don't have a live commentary of this run, because I always record this without my mic, but I'll try to do justice to what it felt like as I was doing this. At this point, it's a normal run. Getting a Q2 entry meant not much to me at this point. This was my 1056th Q2 entry. So, I wasn't like nervous at this point. This is just a normal run. This happens every 3 minutes. Less. It happens twice a minute, genuinely. So, after I get to about here, it starts to become a decent run. After one more good Dream Hyper, a wall re-grab up, a few dashes and an ultra, my 95th Q3 entry. This is the part where I actually start to notice. Still not getting nervous, I've still had so many runs get to this point, but I'm actually locked in now. Actually fully paying attention to the game. And here, after I get past button jumps, this is a run. Only 27 runs got past this point. And most of them died to the speed chain, or this bit right after it. So as I enter Q4, only 11 runs made it this far. Out of those 11, one of them died there, and another 3 died right there. One died to this smuggle, and one died to this smuggle. Only 5 runs are left. 5 runs that made it to Don't Choke, to this last section. At this point, my heart is going crazy. My hands are completely off the keyboard at this point. I'm taking deep breaths, trying to calm myself down as I enter this final section for the 5th and hopefully the last time. A future, a tomorrow. Nowhere close, yet reachable, like it's hollow. Intriguing and terrifying. Watch it. You foresee it, you're afraid. You may be hopeful, but your doubts won't face. It's standing, still and strong. Take it. Once on the other side, no doubts are left. Ignorance was a gift, now to be a theft. Dreams and memories become one. Carry it. From nothing you were born, as the void will get you torn. They call it destiny. Bear it. But time is no such master. Make your own decisions, living doesn't come after. And if it tries to overthrow you, throw it. Print this into your heart. And just like that, it was over. A grind that had lasted 4 months of my life. The hardest map I've ever completed, and it'll probably remain my hardest map for quite a while longer. It was definitely an experience, but it was a good experience. One that I thoroughly enjoyed, even if I did get a little unlucky. But I stayed determined, and because of it, in the end, I won.